Hi Henry, hi Cora, hi Bonnie. Oh my gosh, here's an exciting thing. I'm not going to read to you today. Instead, I'm going to show you some of the things I have in my studio. Oh, there's so many things in here and such a teeny tiny room. And let me just think. And also, look, I have this fun tripod so that I have a remote for turning my camera on and off. Isn't that fun? This is something to know about. I'll bring it when I visit. We can make some videos. Okay. Well, as you can see, my studio has a lot of little drawers where I store things. I don't think I can change this around, so I'm going to have to see what I can do. Okay, so when you see something like this in here, this whole case is all beads of different kinds. This one, and I label it because there are so many, I want to know what is what. This one says pink mix. What do you think is in there? Pink beads. If I ever need pink beads for a project, I have these. Whoops. Okay, now I can't see quite what I'm doing with the holding the camera and doing this. Oh yeah, like I told Henry, I'll put it near my chest and you can see it. Pink beads. Some of them are plastic. Some of them are stone, like rose quartz. Isn't that a pretty one? Some are lucite, which is another kind of plastic, and these look kind of, the light shows through them, see? So those are that's just an example of the pink beads. If you were here and you could pick one drawer to look at, which one would it be? Well, for me, it would be this, drilled rocks, because when I'm at the beach, whenever I go to the beach with you guys, and I'm always looking for little rocks and things to pick up, well, this is what I do with them. Oops, doing too many things at once. I drill holes in them so they are beads, so I can have them to make necklaces. All of these are rocks I picked up, and they are ones that I made into beads by drilling them. I don't have my drill up here in my studio. It's downstairs in my basement studio. How lucky is that? I have like 2 studios. Oh boy. So here's where I put my collection of paper punches, and sometimes I use those with metal, and sometimes I use them with paper. When you visit, we can use them to punch paper. You've probably used a paper punch before. Somebody has, I'm sure. This is where I work with metal clay. I can't tell what you're seeing, but you can see there's like a whole lot of stuff. More tiny drawers. These have tools. There are some stamping tools if I want to stamp it looks like a moon. Another stamping tool. Little triangles. I might have an idea for that. Here's some earrings I made up out of some scrap. And oh, hey, here's some earrings I also made from that same batch. Here are some earrings, let's see, that are going to have, here's a tissue. Here's some earrings that are going to have some gold. I'm going to put gold on them in a process that's called Kumboo. That's not scary, even though it's like Kumboo. Did I scare you? Nope. That's that. That's that. Oh, here's something I'm kind of proud of. Wait a minute. Let me do it this way. Okay. Well, it's a whole tray full. Oh, that light's bad, isn't it? Wait a minute. I know, home movies. What can I say? These, oh, there we go. Now you can see it. These are hooks for necklaces that I'm going to make when I string those rocks into a necklace. And I always have a hook at one end, and the other end of the clasp, I always try to put a little chain. Oh, that light. Oh, here we go. So I always try to put a little chain so that you could hook the hook into this one or this one or this one or this one. And what I was going to tell you is I make this chain myself. And one of the things I was going to show you is one of my tools is a teeny tiny saw. See how tiny that saw blade is? I don't know if it zooms in on it, but anyway, it's very fine. And with it, I cut through metal. It's actually strong enough to cut through metal. So what I was going to do is set up my tripod and show you how I cut down through metal with that saw to make all of these different chain and all kinds of stuff. Because that's one of the things that jewelers do. One of the things a lot of jewelers work with is metal, silver or gold. So what I did was, here's a whole bunch of silver wire. And I buy it in a big coil like this. And it comes in different thicknesses called gauges. And what I do is I will wrap this wire around a mandrel. Oh, I'll show you. I'll do a little example. Wait a minute. I have lots of pliers for my tools. Here's one that's a cutter. Oh, that was easy. One trick in my studio, I always try to put things back where they belong as soon as I'm done using them, and then I don't have trouble finding them. Oh, hello. There, now you can see part of my head. So, I'm going to take this wire, and I'm going to coil it up with this coiler by holding the wire and turning it. Now, I find I need to support it against something, so I might support it against this piece of wood right here. And I'm going to turn, 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 turn. And as I turn the handle with one hand, sometimes you can roll it. Sometimes I roll it on my knee, but that's out of the picture. So I'm going to turn, 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 twist, twist, twist. And do you see what's happening? I'm twisting the wire onto the mandrel. When I'm done, I am going to have a coil that looks like this. A little spring. It's like a spring. It's like a tight slinky. And if I take my saw, which cuts through metal, and I cut down through there, I will make a whole bunch of little rings. Well, another thing I have in my studio is these containers. So what I'm going to do is cut down through there, and I'm going to make a whole bunch of little rings like this. And then I'm going to solder the ends together, and I will be able to put them together and make a chain. So the chain, handmade chain, always starts with little pieces, and then you link them together. And you can make chains with all kinds of things. You can make them with paper. You can make them with daisies. You can make them with all kinds of things. So, cutting down through a coil, I'm going to try to make this look really easy. Can you hear my saw blade? This is how I know it's tight. If it were loose, let's see. I need my pliers to do this. I don't know that you can quite see what I'm doing. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so I loosened that up to loosen up the saw blade. That's my saw blade. It's very thin. Can you see it? Yep, there it is. And right now it's kind of loose, loosey-goosey, so I have to put it back in there so it's tight. It doesn't make any ping. But let me put it in. I hope you're paying close attention so that you'll be able to make jewelry next week. I know, Bonnie and Cora. Might be a little wait for all of you guys, but I just thought you'd like to see how I do some of it. So, here. It's nice and tight. And then I use, this is like a wax so that the blade will slide through more easily. Here's my set of, well, it's going to be a set of links, but right now it's a spring, but this is what I'm going to do. And I think you can see, ooh, hang on. I just had an idea. Oh, yeah. There, that'll work, I think. Yeah, here we go. Look. Okay, my hand might be in the way a little bit because I have to hold these so tight. But, let's see. All right, getting it started is always hard. There we go. Hard. Sometimes you just have to persist and you get the rhythm. There we go. I'm cutting down. No, I'm not. It's really hard to do this and film yourself. Well, I'm cutting down through this coil. All right. Part of the problem. Okay, one other thing that Grandma has a lot of in her studio, eyeglasses, because when I'm working on things this small, I need glasses to see closer. Hey, do your mommy or daddy need glasses yet? Because they're getting to the age where they're going to need them to read if they don't wear them already. Oh, Stephanie has glasses. Okay, here we go. Oops, one just pinged off on the floor. It's working. It's cutting down through the spring on one side. Okay. And I don't know if you can see this, but there are, see, there are some of the rings. I cut them right off of there. They each have, wait a minute, I got one on my lap. Yep. That's where I put my, this is where I put my little saw. If I put it right away, then the next time I sit down to saw something, I know exactly where it is. Works that way with toys too, you know? If you put them away in the same spot, then when you're looking for them, you'll know right where they are. Saves time. Saves time. More time to play. So that is my little demonstration of how I make, these are called jump rings is the name. Some people call them O-rings, but they're not really an O-ring. They have one little place where they don't quite come together. So I'll use my pliers and make sure, I don't know where the camera is. Oh, it's here. Here. Make sure they come together. And because I cut down through a saw, the joint will fit perfectly. All right. But I know you guys, you want to know what's in the drawers. Another view of the drawers. Hang on. Let's look at a couple more drawers. And then I'll post this and say how much I love you and how much I miss you and how glad I am that we are going to see each other before too long. I know it's been a long wait, but I'm getting excited. Okay. Well, these drawers, here are the drawers we were looking at before, because look, pink rocks, pink, blue. A lot of people like blue. That's blue all glass. This is large pearls with large holes. Sometimes when you string rocks or beads or anything, sometimes you use a thick cord and sometimes you use a thin cord. Oh, this one's interesting. These are glass beads that someone made. Not glass like you find on the beach, but glass like, oh boy, that's a whole idea for another day, how people blow glass. Oh, Oh, here's some metal beads. Here's some, these are brass and copper. Beads, 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 beads. One thing I use a lot of are silver beads, and they come in all different sizes, and I keep all of one size in the drawer. So these are like a size 4 for 4 millimeters. These are a size 5. That way when I'm looking for beads for the next necklace or bracelet or earrings, I can find it. Copper wire. So if I want to make anything out of wire or try new ideas, I can. What else? More drawers. This one has, oh, all right, that has stuff for resin if I want to put color in resin. This one, many punches. So this is like, oh, you know, a paper punch. Let's see. I can't even tell if you can see this. Hang on. Ready? Ta-da! A lot of punches in that drawer, paper punches. I have a paper punch that makes a little fork and spoon. Next time you come here to Grandma's house and Grandpa's house on the island, you remind me that we need to get these out and some paper, because we could have a really fun time with these. So while there's a lot of stuff that I would say you can't touch in my studio, there's a lot of stuff that we can take out of here and play with. And I think you'd like it. Hey, and so does this guy. Hello. All right, that's all for now, I guess. Bye-bye from Grandma's studio up here on Islesford, the little island you love coming to. And, hey, there's a tool that I didn't put away in the right place. The remote for my phone. Where'd I put it? Well, okay. I'll be looking for that, and I'll be looking for you guys. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.